Hey everybody, my name is Naomi and I work with Saddlebook, and today in this video we'll be going through your new organization checklist. Let's get to it. Hi everyone. Okay, so in this video I'll be taking you through your new organization checklist. And this is something you would refer to if you're just signing up with Saddlebook and want to make sure that everything is set up the way that it should be. And as we go through this, I just recommend referring to your new organization checklist. It looks like this, and you would have received it in your onboarding package, but in case you didn't or you misplaced it, just reach out to one of the Saddlebook team members and we would be happy to provide one for you. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is your org profile. Now the page that we're currently on is your dashboard for your organization. So on your dashboard, you'll see any events that you've already had or any upcoming events. And then you'll have different menu options. So about, events, members, and Saddlebook demos. This is just my organization name or my org dropdown. And you'll hear us refer to this often as your org drop-down menu. So to get to your organization profile, you'll tap on your org drop-down menu and then down to org profile. And on this page, you can update your organization information, the name, your brand, your slogan. You can update your contact information. And another important thing that you'll want to do once you're opening events and entries is you'll need to make sure that your organization is available to the public. So make sure that that checkbox is checked. And then you can upload a photo for your organization as well as a logo. And the photo, the dimensions are 1920 by 1080, but it will change depending on what device that you or your writers are using at the time. So we recommend uploading a true image versus a graphic with lots of text on it. That way it doesn't get cut off. And this photo is one that will display for all of your events unless you choose a photo specific for each of your events. So it will just default to this photo. You can also go to your org profile to set up your memberships, your points, your point award values, etc. And once you're done, you'll just scroll down to the bottom of the page and hit this Update Organization button. Once you do that, you'll land on your organization page. This is just a default photo since I haven't provided one. And to get back into your organization, you'll tap on this little gear here next to the name of your org, and it'll bring you back to your dashboard. So the next thing that we would want to take a look at is updating our bank payouts. So you would tap your org drop-down menu and then bank payouts. And on this page, you'll just want to verify and update any information that's been provided here. And finally, you'll scroll down and hit the Connect with Stripe button, and it'll take you through the rest of the setup. And this allows you to take credit card payments for your entries and retrieve all of your funds and transfer them to your bank. The next thing that you'll want to take a look at is your master items list. So to get there, you'll tap your org drop-down menu and items. This just goes over all of the different items that you have. You would create them all here using this new item button. So any office fees, stalls, sanctions, if you have a membership fee, time onlys, anything that would be attached to the entry that's not a class that your writer is entering in, you would set up here using this new item button. Next, we have our master terms list. So again, you'll tap on your org drop-down menu and terms. And here you can create any new terms. These are things that your writer acknowledges before they submit their entry. So if you have a liability waiver rules, etc., you would add these here first and then finally attach them to the events that you want them on, and your writers will need to acknowledge them. They're time-stamped before they submit their entries. Next, we'll take a look at our master payout tables. So that's your org drop-down menu and payouts. And you only need to set up these tables once. You can see that I have a 4D and a 1D, and depending on the number of divisions that your class is set to, it will default to whichever payout method matches those divisions. So if you have a 4D, it's going to match the 4D code. If you have a 1D, it'll match the 1D code. Let's say that you have multiple 4D payout tables, just depending on the type of event that you're running. You can do that. You would just go back to your class settings and then choose which payout table you'd like to use for that class specifically. Next, you'll want to take a look at your accounting page. And this is if you are going to be printing checks using QuickBooks. You would come here. You can view any available QuickBooks options here. And then once you have an account, you would come back and hit this Connect to QuickBooks button, and it will take you through the rest of the process. Once you go through that process, we do have a video that goes through how to set up your QuickBooks accounts, how to print checks, and all of that. You'll want to refer to those videos for questions on QuickBooks. And if you need those videos, you can't find them, just reach out to one of us and we'll provide it to you. Finally, we have our members list, which you can access if you go back to your dashboard. You'll see that this menu stays the same, or you can just hit the member drop-down menu and members. And this members page is where you would come to invite new users. So let's say that you have someone that you'd like to be an administrator in addition to yourself. You would come here and invite a new user. You would add them and set them as an administrator. We recommend everyone have their own personal login. Please don't share your login with anybody. This just protects you. And finally, the last thing on our new organization checklist is to find out who your product champion is. And that is who your representative at Saddlebook is. We are all here to help, but we recommend finding your contact. You would have received an email from one of us, and we are here to help you. So please take advantage of that resource. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more helpful videos.